people want to put cedar mulch on their trees, roots. Well, if you're constantly watering, you have to stay home because you can't go on holidays. You gotta hire people to come into your yard, take care of your plants so they can water or whatnot. Well, cedar mulch will actually act as an insulator, so you don't have to water as often. Reduction of water use is a huge factor. Why would you want cedar mulch over any other mulch? Well, cedar mulch lasts the longest. It has a aroma. It has natural oils. It's 100% natural. It will go gray after about 3-4 months of use in direct sunlight, outside weathers. Just rake it up a little bit, disturb it around, move it around. And the beauty with smaller packaging and smaller bags is you can always take that little bag out and put a handful more cedar mulch out there to freshen the look as well. And then when it rains, it actually brings the aroma out even stronger, whereas a lot of the recycled wood doesn't do that. Now, recycled wood is basically like recycled pallets that end up in a city and they don't know what to do with it, so recycling plants pick them up. Anything they can't fix and resell, they basically put it through a grinder, get it to a smaller fiber, and then they put dyes, chemical colors onto it. Most likely it'll be a red, brown, or a green are more common, and that is packaged up and customers are spreading that into their flower beds. Now, there is an advantage for decomposition. It will break down a lot quicker than cedar, but all the chemicals that are in the dyes will also leach into the soils. It doesn't insulate as well because it doesn't have the natural cedar bark, and the cedar wood fiber has got the natural oils that takes forever or a lot longer to break down. So yeah, you really don't want to use just recycled wood that is colored. If you do want to use recycled wood, a lot of farms have trees that are down, hemlock, like even poplar. Yeah, absolutely, use them if you already have it, grind it down, but just remember it's only going to last for a little bit, and then later on it's going to turn into basically housing for all the insects, all the ants, the mice. Whereas cedar mulch, it has the aroma which actually repels the ants, and it deters the ants from piling into there, and that's the big difference between the two. I use cedar chips over cedar mulch. Well, cedar chips typically have less bark in them. They're 100% wood fiber. They're screened, so a lot of your rot is not present in that mixture. So it's 100% wood, and it looks beautiful. They're like almost like a dollar size, 2-inch size chips, and they're heavier. So any windy areas or a breeze going through, your bark doesn't fly off of that stuff, and it keeps it that way, and it will last longer than cedar mulch because it just has more wood fiber in it, more natural oils in it. It'll insulate the ground. But the cedar chips will outlast any mixed, broken down, recycled wood. Why don't all the stores sell cedar? Why do they all have recycled wood and colored mulches? Well, the biggest thing is cedar mulch is hard to come by. There's the eastern side cedar, or there's western side. Yeah, there's just only a handful of actual producers, whether it's a cedar mill or a split rail fence mill. And we happen to be a split rail mill. And the other big advantage between us and a lumber yard is how that mulch is actually broke down. So in a split rail mill, more likely, especially in ours, we use is what we call a hammer hog. It's just a bunch of hammers spinning around in a high revolution that just breaks the wood down and pushes it through these screens. And everything that doesn't fit through the screens gets wound up around and around again until it is small enough to push through the screens. In a knife system, In a sawmill side, for example, it will have knives instead of hammers. And the knives are going around, and any wood that it comes into contact is just shredded with knives. So it will have more pointier sliver profile of a material compared to a hammer hog. I believe the hammer hog product looks better, feels better, and because of the split rail content, because the split rail you will send all of your waste is rotten wood that's already started to decompose. It's got some wood fiber in it as well, and it's got the rot. Whereas a typical saw lumber mill, it's gonna have logs that are going through the plant that are either already peeled, so the bark is already extracted from it, and more likely there's less rot in it. So because to make the lumber, you need logs that are not rotten to get that profile of log, so there's less rot in it. So at the end of the day, your mulch content out of a cedar mill, out of a cedar sawmill, will be 100% or 80-90% wood fiber. And that's okay, that's great for chips, but it's not great for mulch, for cedar mulch. And on top of that, all that wood is split and ground down with knives rather than hammers. So the beautiful mixture of the split rail mill is that you get the bark, you get the rot, and you get wood fiber blended together as a one content. Is cedar mulch more expensive than natural? Well, the main reason for that is because cedar will outlast any wood out there